Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Use discernment when dealing with women. Now, in my previous podcast, I talked about beware the sperm donor game, right? Beware that game. But overall, look, y'all know on this channel, I don't go in on women. I know. I don't spend all this time going in on women. And when I do say different things about women, that's more from a defensive thing. Because trust me, don't think women just sitting out here. A lot of guys thinking they just sitting out here and ain't that bright or something. No, women always have an agenda. I don't care. They always have an agenda. And be honest with you, the average woman is really outthinking the average man. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with I'm saying the average guy. That's why so many guys get caught up in bad situations about a woman. You know, while you just thinking, while many men are just thinking about, oh wow, she got a fat ass, or she got big breastises, or she got like a pretty face. That woman already like sizing up everything about you. She's sizing up your genetics. She's sizing up how much money you making, what she can get out of you, and all of that. You know, because if that wasn't, and let's put it like this, if that wasn't the case, men wouldn't be up here in like these family courts the way they are, or paying child support, or that main thing that I talk about a lot. I bring up pregnancy, paternity fraud. You know, some of these shows, I like watching Lauren Lake's Paternity Court, but a lot of these guys were just caught up with some woman. If they even questioning whether they the father or not, nah. So, and I'm saying the average man, but if y'all listening to me, my whole goal is making men above average, becoming a real man, becoming a superior man. That's always been my thing. And so one of the things you have to do is understand when you dealing with a woman. See, so many guys go on that date, you staring at those big old breastises, which she knows she put out there. Or you go over a house or something and, she just happened to have some lingerie hanging out somewhere, strategically placed, or a picture of her in some provocative clothing or something, and you thinking, oh, it's just an accident or something. Oh, no, she working you. She working you. So when you're dealing with women, first of all, don't go in a situation where you think just because, you dealt with some other ratchets that this woman is ratchet. One of the biggest mistakes a man makes is thinking just because this other woman was this woman is this, or, they have preconceived notions. Part of discernment is you got to be able to read that woman individually. Because here's the problem when you just thinking you just put her in just some cookie cutter thing. She just started doing some stuff that's not there. And one, if it's a good stuff she's doing, you don't know how to deal with it because you're like, oh, wow, what's up? Like a lot of guys, when they actually deal with a genuine woman, a nice woman, they don't know what to do with it because they ain't used to it. And then when she do something that you ain't expecting, she can also get over on you, right? But you got to use discernment. You got to be smart. Think about it. You got to have willpower over that, over your member, over your dick. Let's just be real. Because that's how a lot of guys get in trouble. You just thinking about that one thing. She thinking about 15 other things. But what a man has to do is start thinking about those 15 other things too. So it's like when you meet a woman, I don't care how sweet she is, all of that. Just be like, okay, what else does she want? And she wants something. Yeah, now it could be just a simple thing. Could just be your companionship. Okay, it's cool. It could be money or anything. It's cool. And see, that's the thing. A lot of guys, you got to think about it. And a lot of times a woman, believe it or not, will give you, if you learn how to read them, they'll give you an indication right away what they want. Like the thing you got to, it's not even just listening to what they're saying. But one thing, men, it's important. Start learning how to read body language and her eyes. Now, there's always an argument about choosing signals and cold approach and all of that stuff. But she's going to give you some signals even if you cold approach. Those choosing signals don't go anywhere. It's just a matter of what you do. Even if you cold approach her, she's still giving you some signals. How is she looking at you when she's speaking? Is she smiling? What's her body language? right? Are her breast and vagina pointed at you when she's talking, or she's kind of giving you a side thing? How does she hug you? Things of that nature, you know. How does she say your name? There's a lot of stuff, and those are just basics, you know. When you're talking with a woman, you go on that date or something. Don't get so caught up in telling her all about you. See, that's what some guys do. And see, I'm gonna tell you what, a smart woman to play you, she will let you talk on and on about yourself. And in fact, she will stroke your ego. She'll stroke your ego and be like, you've never heard like how fine you are or how smart you are before from a woman. Usually they doing so that one woman, the slick one, she'd be like, "Oh, you're so smart," and all of that. Boom. Even in the bedroom, even in the bedroom, and a woman told me about this game. They look at you, they look at your member and stuff. They say, "I've never seen it so big." Always paying. They got an agenda though, so they working that one thing. And I've talked about that before. Keep your ego in check. They tell you they compliment you, so just be like, "Thank you." Don't let it go to your head or something. But you still pay attention to everything. Body language, what she's saying. Pay attention. Don't be afraid. Ask her about herself. And if you're smart, you get her to talk about herself freely. She'll tell you everything if you wait long enough. And I'm going to tell you what, and that was something I learned, not even dealing with a game, but from my uncle who used to be a police detective. He used to clean, he would get somebody on one crime, but he'd get them so comfortable, they'd tell him about 15 other things he didn't even arrest them for. Because he said you just get them in there, and when you interview them, just get them nice and comfortable, let them talk. Don't force anything out of them. And they'll tell you everything. So when you doing that, you paying attention to what she's saying. Also look at her reaction, how she reacting to other people, and find out about her. Because this is something I do always. I'm like, "Oh, okay, so what you do for yourself? What are you going in life?" I ask a woman straight up. I'm like, "What you doing? What's your plan?" Because here's the thing. On a deep level, if a woman got an idea, whatever business, vocation, whatever, she's looking for a man that will at least be supportive of it. This ain't necessarily going to be, and let me be clear, because a lot of guys get caught up in women trying to control them. A lot of women ain't necessarily looking to control a man. There's a percentage of women, and that gets into some deeper personality types that I talk about on some on-demand videos, right? But she's at least looking for somebody who is down for her mission. He can be doing whatever. He could be a millionaire doing whatever, but she got her own thing. And that's, and a big part of her agenda is going to be somebody who's down for what she's doing. Now this don't mean, let me be clear, that don't mean being a simp or anything. Because a lot of times those type of women, as long as you're down for their thing, they'll support you fully. They'll support you even more in your thing. But she's looking for that. And also, too, understand the basics of women. The most powerful thing they do on the planet is reproduce human beings. So that could be part of her agenda. And then nest, that's part of her agenda. So you got to use discernment. Think about it, right? Don't just let your penis lead you. There ain't nothing wrong with getting sex. Shoot, you can be that type of guy, get 100 women in a year. As long as you have control over the penis, like as long as you keep some blood in your head, because there's a old joke about like men getting in trouble because they see a woman, they get turned on, all the blood rushes from their head. Nah, you still got to stay thinking out here. It's very important. And just to be clear, there's plenty of good women. There's tons of good women, really. Y'all gonna tell me out of 4 billion women on the planet, you don't got a whole lot of good ones? No, there's plenty of good ones, right? But there's also plenty of bad ones. And, since I'm known for talking about select, non-select, the reality is one woman, she can treat two different men two different ways. So, ultimately every single woman is good to somebody. And then ultimately every single woman is bad to somebody, right? You got to use discernment to see what's up with the woman in front of you. Is she giving you her good side or her bad side? You gotta pay attention. Yeah, yeah. I know that butt is nice and round. You can sit your drink on it. Got that nice little curve and wobble as it's walking. It's like, okay, all right. Let me see what's up with her. Use some discernment. Real talk, fellas. Don't get burned out here for some dumb shit. All right. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all. Peace.